I'm Josh.
I'm Serafina.
Welcome to Pan Poly Plus,
the channel about love,
relationships,
and how we handle them. So today will be a little bit different. We want to focus today on something that's very relevant to what's going on right now.
Today, instead of our usual kind of video, we'll be showing something a bit different. We'll be showing clips of what we spent the day doing yesterday on the 6th of June, which originally was going to be our wedding day, which has been postponed because of COVID-19. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, it didn't really feel like a time for celebrating. Instead, we spent the day doing something more important, which was to attend the Black Lives Matter protest in Alexanderplatz in Berlin.
We attended the protest with quotes from some of the black icons who have spoken out about their experience of racism and the need for change. Josh was wearing a quote by Angela Davis, who is an American activist who's been fighting for black rights out there. She's an incredible figure and you should go and check her out. Go and look up Angela Davis. And the quote that he was wearing was, "In a racist society, it is not enough to be non-racist. You must be anti-racist." And the meaning behind that being that even if you are not participating in racism, if you don't believe yourself to be someone who is racist, you also have a responsibility to be breaking down the racism that is systemic and that marginalizes some and gives privilege to others. It is the duty of all of us.
Yeah, silence or inaction is as much a choice as choosing to fight racism and going to a protest. If you're not checking racism in your day-to-day lives, if you're not challenging pervasive racist attitudes in the people that you know, even with your loved ones, which can be the most difficult, then we are still supporting a society, a system that is fundamentally racist.
One of the quotes that was most commonly seen written on signs and placards when we were at the protest yesterday was, "Silence is violence," meaning that if you don't say anything when you see something that is racially charged happening and you see someone who is being marginalized or oppressed because of their race, and you don't say anything, you are adding to the violence of that situation. You are sort of condoning it by not doing anything to fight that. I was wearing a quote that I had made up in German that said, "Fighting racism is not someone else's job," because I don't believe that it's helpful to think that just because you don't believe yourself to be someone who is racist, that excuses you from trying to help change the situation for so many others.
Therefore, instead of showing clips of us celebrating our wedding day, we will be showing something more important, which are the clips and the photos of the Black Lives Matter protest yesterday in Alexanderplatz.
Please find out how you can get involved within your community to support the protests and also help bring an end to racist oppression. Even if you are someone who, like us, was raised in an incredibly liberal environment and you have always had very diverse friendships and been exposed to lots of different other peoples and cultures, that doesn't excuse you from checking yourself. We must always be looking into ourselves and checking our privileges, our prejudices, and the way that we perceive other people.